Okay, it is Wednesday morning. It's a new week of school. Super exciting this week. It's been our Apple week in kindergarten, so we've gotten to do lots of fun Apple activities that I'll get to show later in this vlog. But it is the morning and my students are coming in about 10 minutes. So right now I have some piano music playing. They have kind of a slow start to the day as students are arriving, so I will show what I have out for their morning work this morning in just a moment. So out on their desks they have this A paper that has them looking on the screen for help. They're practicing doing a little decor for the letter A, so they can do rainbow or stripes. They're tracing it 4 times, writing by themselves, and then coloring the items that have that start with A. After about 15 minutes of the morning work time, we will be heading to the carpet area and we'll get to do our prayer time, our morning calendar time, which is a job in my classroom, and then we'll do our schedule for the day. Good morning. It is Thursday morning and I got here about 40 minutes early, or at least 40 minutes before the students arrive, and I'm kind of going to be moving fast this morning, just trying to get stuff done. Tomorrow is like a teacher training day, so we do have today's Thursday is kind of like our Friday, so I'm gonna try to get stuff ready this morning. I'll show some of the fun Apple activities we've been doing this week since it's Apple week in kindergarten. So thank you for joining for another vlog, and I hope that you enjoy. So here is the fit for today. So we have this outfit with boots, zebra print, and then under this I have like a long sleeve. Okay, so I did a little bit of tidying up around the room, and now I'm just getting my desk a little organized because it is very messy. So today's gonna be a pretty chill day. We have just like 20 to 30 minutes in the classroom this morning, so the students are going to walk in with this coloring page on their desk, and while they're working on that, I'm going to get to come and test them for our Bible verse. So they'll come up to my desk, and if they want to say the verse, they can try to say it, and then we'll get to do our morning meeting, our calendar time, and then we will line up for their PE class. So super calm morning, and then I'll get to maybe do a little bit more filming while they're in PE and show kind of some of the other things we're doing for phonics and reading today. So I'm getting stuff set up for groups right now. When the students come back, they'll have reading rotations, and then we'll get to do some phonics. We're reviewing all the vowels, and we're doing some writing in their writing books for the letter O and A. And then at the end, we get to do our Apple lesson, and we're on day 4 of doing Apple stuff. And so today they get to try applesauce, and then we're actually going on like a mini video field trip to the apple factory where they're turning apples into applesauce. And then not tomorrow, next week, they'll get to do some graphing on some of the different apple foods they've tried, because they've tried dried apples, they did applesauce, and then Next week we'll get to taste red, yellow, and green apples, and on the final day we'll get to do some apple pie for fun. So super exciting. One little thing that I found that I think is super just cute and has been really helpful is I found this teacher who has a little chant to get the students' attention during Apple Week, and so that's been really helpful. So we've done, the students take their hands like this and they say, "Here is a tree with the leaves so green. Here are the apples hanging in between. When the wind blows," and we all blow, "the apples fall." And then they put their hands in their lap, and then in that moment they say, "Here is the basket to gather them all." And that's been super good, just having them do that on the carpet to get their hands in their lap. So these two papers were ones we used the first 2 days of the apple unit. We did the life cycle of an apple tree and we labeled the parts of an apple. And then later we ended up doing a lesson on different things you can make with apples, and they got to cut and glue their favorites, and they actually glued them in their order of which ones were their favorite of all the different items. These are some bins I used for stations this week. So we had some math apple stations. There was a Play-Doh mat numbers one where they got to make little apples for different numbers, and then there was a write the room. I ended up doing a write the room for both math with the Apple 10 frames, and then I also did a write the room during our reading groups where they got to go around and write different letters we were working on learning inside the apple. So you'll see that in a moment. It was the letters A, U, I, and E, I think, that we were working on. So they had a lot of fun doing those in groups. Okay, so I made it to school this morning. It is Friday, and I am just super excited for today because it's a teacher professional development day at school, and so super nice. We get to have some training and have some meetings and things like that, but then also I do get some time to kind of do a little bit in the classroom without students, which is always super appreciated as a teacher. Yeah, I left my desk and my classroom kind of in a messy state yesterday after school because I was so tired. So this morning I got here a little bit early just to tidy up and organize, and so I'm going to start with my desk. It is honestly embarrassing, but I am going to show it because I'm just trying to be honest and realistic. So let's organize my desk and then we'll do some other tasks. So I have a spot where I put all the Sharpies, and then I have a spot for all the pencils, and then all the pens, and so I'm trying to kind of reset that back to where it goes. And then this jar that actually is super cute, it says my name on it. I like to put my special Sharpies that are, I think they're like they're brush tip Sharpies, so I do those ones, and then I do all my special like gel highlighters in here. So I usually will use most of the ones in here for grading and things like that. Yeah, I think last year someone gave me these brush tip Sharpies, and they are so nice. They're kind of my favorite, but I do have to be careful with them because they're kind of like markers, and so they will stain your hands even when you don't realize that they're like normal Sharpies. Okay, I got my desk area all organized and cleared off. It's crazy that I almost get to reset the calendar already. I feel like I just did the September one, but we're getting it ready for October. This area is a little chaotic. This is where I put like student gifts and cards, and typically I kind of reset it every week because honestly there'll be so many gifts, or not gifts, but little papers from kindergarten students. And then sometimes I'll put them in like my special little binder. But down here, the reason I have a yoga mat is because we do like a teacher workout twice a week. One of the teachers does some bar classes, and so I just leave it there because I don't know where else to put it. So I just leave it by my desk. Okay, I made a to-do list that I'm gonna go through today, and just try to get done as much as I can on this. I don't know what's happening. So here's the fit for today. So somehow whenever I make a little to-do list and I'm trying to get so much done, time just gets away from me, and especially today because it was like training in the morning, some meetings in the morning, and then we had lunch, and now it's kind of my time to get stuff done, but I'm so tired already. And this is the state that my desk, this is the state my desk is in right now. And I'm going through files, which is always a waste of my time because I should be planning and printing and prepping stuff, but I'm just trying to organize my files. And so I think I'm gonna finish putting these files away, and then I'm gonna get back to prepping for this next week to come, and I'll show some of the things that I'm doing with that. So one thing I'm working on getting all organized and set up for this year are my students' data folders. I'm gonna cover the name, but they just have a little folder, and then on the inside they have some pockets where I can put some just extra assessments, and then mainly it's hole punched, and I'll have I'm gonna cover the top part super fast. Let's see. So I'm covering quarter one, but I get to write each quarter how they're writing their name and their last name. And then I get to write, see how they're writing their numbers each quarter, see how they're writing their lowercase and capital letters each quarter. And then it's fun because you get to compare and see kind of how they've grown over the year. And then I also use these data folders during some parent-teacher conferences, which is super helpful. Okay, so I have to collect all these little cards I taped around the room. We use them for phonics, write the room, and math, write the room last week, and then I'm gonna reset them and put up the new ones for next week.